Good morning, it's Paula from Paulalovespaper showing you my third sewing journal. This one is 66 pages. It weighs 2 pounds, 6 ounces with the packaging, the mailing packaging. And it has a, excuse me, a tassel. My allergies are really bad this morning. With some charms and beads. And it's got, some blues and pinks, primary colors. Trim. It's got a wax seal. I get nervous about wax seals living in South Florida in the summer, but I think it'd be all right. I wouldn't want to mail candles or anything. And it's tied with a ribbon. The back has lace on it. I think that's from a dress or something from a thrift shop. That's where I get a lot of my large pieces of lace. I get the ribbon, the other lace too, the trim lace and the ribbons from thrift stores too, mostly. Antique shops or thrift stores. But I'll let you know if there's any, what I know to be antique lace or what I'm told is antique lace. The rest is just, at the thrift store, so it's probably not brand new, but. And writing card and a vintage postcard that is Versailles. Is that what it looks like? I've heard of it, but I don't know what it looks like. Writing card, if you prefer a quiet flip through, please just turn the volume all the way down. I know some people prefer it without all the yapping. Lace. This is my second time starting this video. I started coughing. And the tag goes in here. This is a piece from an old newspaper. 1966, I think. I used it as part of the tag. as part of the cluster. Here's an I Love Sewing charm. Card for writing. This is a copy of a kind of a table runner I found in my great-grandmother's trunk that I have. There were a few things in there, not much, unfortunately. But this was one. I don't know if she did the embroidery or if she purchased it or was gifted to her. And here's a card for writing. It was in here. I pulled it out a few minutes ago. Blank pages. So pretty. Here's a pocket with sari silk and some bling and a couple of tags for journaling. I'll fix those in a minute. Little piece of paper for journaling. I thought that color went well. And another page. You can journal or tape or glue a picture or something on here or some type of memorabilia. And a pocket with, I don't know if you consider that lace, or I guess it's trim, with a couple of tags, things to write on. The belly band with a paper to write on the back. And some more sari silk. More writing space. A pocket with a journal card. And a fabric strip that I sewed lace and different things on and use it as a belly band. So those postcards for writing on, used as a journal card. Another one. And this is a vintage from 1964 or 65, 63. It's an ad in an old paper. Couldn't find that many that had like sewing stuff on them, so that's why there's only like one or two in here. I was looking for advertisements for sewing machines or seamstresses jobs. It's writing paper and more writing paper. This is just a smaller page from a digital kit that for some reason was a lot smaller than like this kit. And some trim. It's really pretty. Copy dyed sheet, a cluster, and a magnet. I found a package of those at Hobby Lobby. It's I think like 40% off. Another page. This is from a sewing book. One of them has the front page on there, so I was looking to see if this was the one. Like an instruction book, sewing instructions. Thought these were really pretty sheets. Pocket with journal card and writing space. Pocket with, I'm sure this is the one that I glued. Yeah, I glued the pattern on top of it and made it into like a sewing pocket instead of just a regular pocket or tag. There's a fussy cut, a little bit of doily, and another sari silk. And this is a belly band. Fold it over, put holes in a ribbon. And another card for writing. Wish I'd quit hitting my head on that. And this is some trim with a tuck and a card. I actually meant to make that into a belly band, but I ended up gluing the whole thing down. I don't know why. And a card for writing. Some bling and a little fussy cut and some lace. Journaling page. There's a pattern package. It's pretty old. And inside it's a journal card. And here's a pocket with a journaling card. And a tuck, journaling card. I'm gonna stop saying that. A little cluster. Here's a charm. It's like pink, got a jewel and a sewing machine. And writing paper. Little doors. Sewn onto a piece of coffee dyed paper, fabric onto another piece of fabric. Pocket, and this is a vintage card. I bought a pack of vintage calling cards and like birthday cards and stuff. I guess that's for birthdays. Isn't that beautiful? It's like 10. And here's another page with a pocket. Oh, folds down. I could tell it did something. I've been working on this for a couple months, so I can't always remember everything. This comes out. I will make sure that's a little bit looser. I'm not going to mess with it right now, but I will. I'll leave it out, so I'll play with it. Pocket, lace, writing space, little trim, another writing. Did I say I was going to stop saying that? You know what that's for? Sorry, silk with a safety pin and a pearl bead. Washi tape, it's probably Amity Bloom. Pocket with a card and a bookmark. And a piece of vellum that I ran through the copier from a digital. Pocket, the writing space, and that's It's glued on to the plain paper in another pocket. Lace. What do we have here? Oh, this looks like it's got 3. Sorry, I keep hitting my head on that. A doily and just a cluster. Card for writing. Another one. And another one. Coffee dyed on the back. I'm not sure. That's from something. Maybe a birthday card or something. I glued in. And here's a small sheet. It's got a tag. I think that's really pretty. Green is so pretty. I love like mint green and pink together. And here's a small page with a tag. It's a pocket. This is a vintage cigarette card. Lois Moran, Cinema Stars. As I said in the other video, my dad was a smoker for my whole life, but his whole life, I think, too. But I don't remember him ever having cigarette cards. I don't know if this is something that was not available in the United States. I don't know. I got them at an antique store in a package. I got several. I got Film Stars, and then I got a couple of other ones. It's a belly band with writing paper. And an applique. And lace. And another tag with a, this is the center of the signature. The tuck, and this is a vintage button card. It was in that set I bought. I think it's my only pink one, so it's pretty precious to me. I kind of thought a couple times about wanting to get rid of it. Looks like maybe a belt buckle and another vintage button. I had quite a few loose blue ones. Down at the bottom, a little piece of material, lace, bling, and a safety pin. More sari silk. Another pocket with tag, trim. I think that's a pretty page. And some lace trim here to make a belly band. A tag. A vintage look picture. I think I actually got that out of a magazine, because I do buy a bunch of faux vintage pictures, and I have a bunch of really real vintage pictures I'm going to do something with. They're like silvery kind that are really shiny, so I'm not quite sure what to do with them. And they come in little black folders or little books you open up, and there's the picture. But yeah, that was in a magazine I cut out. The back of it, a couple of tags with the pocket, a little die cut, or yeah, of a clothesline, I think. Here's the tuck. The other side of that tuck, it's one piece folded in half on each side. It's a die cut. It's the other side of that vellum paper. Journal card with like a cluster, and this is from a birthday card, I think. I got a bunch of cards at a thrift store. They were like brand new, and they were so beautiful. I bought them just to use as pockets and tucks. There's sari silk. Let's see, this must open. I don't want to pull it too hard because I'm not sure what it does. Okay. Oh, I need to put something in there. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, this is a pocket. I glued a piece of paper down and put a tag, or camera's on. I can't think of my everyday basic words I use 100 times a day. Rick Rack. It's a playing card. Vintage look, not actual vintage. And here's the photo holder from an album I bought. It's got a picture in it on both sides. Bric rack. This is not a vintage button. It's an envelope with a card in it. Used to be upside down, but okay. Piece of paper there. You can write on here. Small paper with pocket and another wax seal button. It's a little band with a tag. Here's a button card, but I used it as a pocket. Oops. Oops. I'll look at cleaning that up. It's hard. Sometimes I'm too impatient to wait for glue to dry. It's pretty boring, I imagine, waiting for glue to dry. Here's a cluster and a pocket with tags. And a safety pin with the small buttons and a tag at the top. That's fabric strips that I glued on and then sewed. Okay, I need to glue that better. That's why I like doing these flip throughs too. I can see things that I need to spend more time on. It's a pin with a couple of buttons. Flip. Fabric and lace. Sorry silk. Washi. Got my glue right here. I will glue that lace back on. And here's the other side of that pattern package with the paper for writing. These papers for writing. Here's a cardstock that I glued a zipper on and then glued to the paper with a writing space and a cluster. Oh my goodness. Somebody's proving their manhood out there. And some cards, pocket. Oh, it's a bag. It's a paper bag. That means that's a pocket up here too. You can put something in. So many pockets and tucks. Sometimes I do accidentally leave a few. And here's from a pattern. Sorry silk on the digital page. It's a tuck with another tag. Here's another card. I put a bunch of them in this one. Oh, I'm all crooked. Almost done. Another page from that book about learning how to sew, which I need to probably spend more time reading. And a cluster. Space here. Little threads. Here's a safety pin, a paper clip, a little writing space, and a coffee dyed paper. And a pocket with pull-out writing paper. We'll fix that. And it tucks in here. And a pocket. That's an envelope. I folded up and glued and put this picture in. Oh, that's open. The other two weren't able to take the picture out. This one you could take the tag out if you chose, or just leave it. Put something else in there. And here's a crisscross ribbon with a tag. And a little button sewn on. Little pocket with a tag and writing sheet. And an envelope opens up. It's got another cigarette card, Blanche Sweet. Some names might be recognizable. And a little card with a kitten drinking milk or cream. It's a frame. This has another writing card, journal card. Flips close. Vintage stamps. I told you guys I bought a package of a collector's book, kind of like an album full of stamps. And I think they're pretty old. By like 8 cents for airmail. Seems quite old. They didn't have like the rest of the letter that I could take it off of, so I'd see the full date. And the back with a tag, lace belly band, some bling, and another little paper, another safety pin with some tiny buttons. I got it at Hobby Lobby recently. And that's her, the Seamstress Workroom. She'll be up on my Etsy shop in a little bit. If you have any questions, you can just message me on, I think you can message me on Etsy or on YouTube. I also have Facebook and Instagram. And I post like shorts on those. Alrighty. Thank you so much for taking the time. Bye now.